I am sorry, Cedric said, as the pictures faded away. It is not your fault, Cedric, Queen Titania said gently. We must summon Shannon and tell her what has happened, King Oberon declared, waving his wand. Seconds later, Shannon fluttered into the observatory. Your Majesty, she gasped, my underwater world is in chaos. The tides are wrong and it is upsetting the sea creatures. That is not surprising, King Oberon said grimly. Jack Frost has stolen the 3 enchanted bows and sent his goblins to hide them in the ocean in the human world. Shannon looked horrified. But that is going to affect the seas and daytime and nighttime in the human world and in fairyland, she cried. The queen nodded. It is up to you, Shannon, she said. Do you think you can get the pearls back? I will do my best, Shannon replied. We will help, Rachel said eagerly. Won't we, Trusty? Of course, Trusty agreed, except that we cannot breathe underwater. Shannon grinned. No problem, dolls. She raised her wand, and the dolls saw 2 shiny bubbles stream towards them. They felt the bubbles settle over their heads, and then they heard a pop as the bubbles disappeared. Now you can breathe underwater, Shannon announced. Let us go. There isn't a moment to lose. Good luck, the queen called as Shannon lifted her wand again. And remember that the enchanted pearls will be much better in a human world. As magic sparkles from Shannon's wand cascaded down from them, around them, Rachel and Kirsty shut their eyes. Welcome to my underwater world, Shannon laughed. A moment later, the girls opened their eyes. To their amazement, they were standing on the sandy golden seabed, surrounded by large shells and pink corals. A crowd of narwhals bobbed alongside them, waving their fins happily in greeting. We are under the sea, Kirsty cried, and then clapped her hand to her mouth in astonishment. She was breathing and talking normally, as if she was on land. Strangely, the water did not seem to feel wet either. It is magical, Rachel agreed. Suddenly the narwhals came together in unison and started to swirl around each other. The water around them rippled in the most beautiful spirals and shapes. The girls watched in amazement. That's the special dance of narwhal, Shannon explained. It brings luck to people who is fortunate enough to see it. When she put her head on one side, listening carefully, the girls listened too and heard a strange barking sound, which gradually got louder and louder. Ah, now here are some friends who will help us find the goblins, Shannon exclaimed happily. And a moment later a pack of sea lions came racing through the water. Hello, Shannon called. The girls watched as the sea lions bounced playfully around Shannon, chattering and barking loudly. Follow me, Shannon called. She darted off, and Rachel and Kirsty followed as they whisked through the warm water. Kirsty was fascinated by the shoals of fish and the inky coral caves. The sea lions told me the goblins are near this shipwreck site, Shannon said, pointing at the remains of a Spanish galleon on the seafloor. It is a very popular place for divers, so we must find the goblins before someone spots them. Rachel gasped as a woman's figure loomed up in front of her. Oh, it is a ship's figurehead, she said, touching the peeling paint. Just then Trusty's eyes was caught by a glint of gold on the seabed. "That is a gold coin," she said, excitedly pointing. "Look how brightly it is shining. There is a lot of light around here." "I know why that is," Shannon replied. "This isn't normal sunlight. It is the magical dazzle of the dawn pearl." "Shush," Rachel hissed suddenly, putting her finger to her lips. "I can hear goblin voices." Shannon, Rachel, and Trusty quickly swam behind a rock and then peeped out cautiously. A moment later 3 goblins came swimming towards them, and one was carrying the dawn pearl.